Alright, what the heck is this thing? Why do you need it? Why is it on my kitchen table where I use it all the time? Here's a 3D printer. Why you need one? Come along.
She said I'm rusty. I feel the same. She said I'll hold out to win the game. No matter how hard.
You know, most people think printing with 3D printers is just for cool little benchies like this or a little Sherman tank. Yeah, I'm a kind of a World War II nut. But there's other cool uses for a 3D printer. So who doesn't like to start their day with some morning, you know, fresh? I really love my Stanley French press. Coffee press. The problem is, Stanley only included this little cap. Once it's all washed, it's dripping wet, and I want it to dry. So, printed these nice little guys up. Simple, designed in a few minutes, printed in just a few, made a pair of them, sits on top. So now I could store both my, the tin outer bit and the little strainer pusher thing. And then I even made myself a little cap. I had a little fun, so it engages on here so I could still nest nicely for camping. But then it sits up high enough so it sits right here and here. Now we've got a vent and a dust-free cover. So let's go check out some more way cool 3D printer stuff. Well, what if you don't drink coffee, but you have a cell phone? Well, you can make cool little clips like this. Flip my little phone edge out, stand up, now I'm watching. Cool. Clips like this that also clip onto my phone and go to other cameras I have, possibly what I'm using right now. More phone clips that go to a selfie stick, 1/4-inch lanyard mounts, GoPro by GoPro mount, so I could actually mount a GoPro on top of here. So that's all pretty cool stuff. What about if you just got a, oh wait, did you guys catch that? Ooh, see on top, there's this bumper. This is my S8 Active. And on the bottom, because I fly a paramotor and I don't want to drop my phone out of the sky, I printed a lanyard. Sans microphone mount. It's got my USB port, mic port, and my speaker down there. This mount and pretty much all of this stuff will be available on Shapeways or Thingiverse. This mount's actually pretty popular on Shapeways. It's like $10, so if you have an S8 Active, grab it. Another cool, awesome thing. But you have a computer. My computer, when I get editing, does get warm. So I got this little cheapo 5-volt fan. Soldered a USB plug onto it, put a little Super Cub on top. The little notches are for mini SD card and a big SD card. Cool thing is, because I can plug this into the jack of my computer, bam, put this against the side vents, and now it's forced induction. Cool stuff, huh? What about this? Needed these way cool ultra bright lights. Gotta have the Adventure Brad name on it. Fits on top of my paramotor cage. It's got a switchy poo right there to turn the thing on. I stole the plug out of it for another project currently. Waiting on more to get back in, and 9-volt goes in there, zip ties to retain it. Isn't this just so cool stuff? What about a GoPro case? This is just box stock off Thingiverse. Oh, my little anometer, my wind meter needed a case, so I just made one. Simple stuff. This is pretty cool. This is the Brad Cable Cam V1. It goes like this. The Brad Cam, dun dun dun. But this is my attempt at making a camera trolley rig, 1/4-20 mount at the bottom. I want to build a hook. This it broke here. Yeah, this is only V1. But to run along a 520 cord that you could just string up, direction control change, rheostat to vary the speed, MOSFET for voltage, handle the load, and Arduino to tell it what to do, and RC servo motor. But anyways, I'm digressing here. But look at the cool stuff. Oh, and this is designed to plug into here. Luckily I had this battery pack handy. This fits under here, this fits under here. Then when I get it on the string, depending on what camera I have, I can move my battery pack back and forth to act as a counterweight, so this whole thing, actually it's somewhere about there, ends up balanced and sits level. And this is pretty cool. You guys will see more of this in the future. Other way cool kind of things to make. I use this camera a lot for filming. It's super bright and it's handy and it's broad, but the thing is it's a little too bright. So I actually 3D printed this diffuser up, simple stuff, and just some clear PLA. Now I could hot glue this over it when I want a little bit of diffusion, and it really makes a big difference. Takes that bright spot out of the center of the light, which you kind of notice in certain situations. Now, to get onto some really cool tools. Again, the old paramotor. The exhaust is right here, carb's right here. It's really close to get to the high and low speed adjustment screws on the carb. So I made this guy. It's just a little 1/4 inch angle, little thing. I can just retreat sheets in there. It's glued in, but you can pop it out and index it to whatever works good for you. This is a tool I'm quite proud of. This is a metering gauge level height checker for the top 80 paramotor. They're real critical in the carburetor. The metering level height is real critical to gauge right. So I have a 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and 1 millimeter steps. I can set this across the top of the carburetor, and then I could just, by sliding this back and forth, I could see over the top of my metering lever what height it is. And this is very cool, very handy tool. I give these to my paramotor friends that fly the same motor as I do, and they all love it. Another way cool tool is a prop balancer. A couple of skateboard bearings, a machine lathe shaft off Amazon, and a few minutes of design work, and this is what we came up with. Broke a prop on your toy boat? Don't worry about it. 3D print one and go play. AC working on your old truck? Go print one. Go play. Want a cool guy speaker mount for your truck? Go print one. Go play. Need a hole in your bucket top? Go print one. Go play. Want to add some float to your RC car? Print some hubs, get some poo noodles, go play. Want to add a lift tip to your laptop? Go print one, go play. So yeah, just a quick wander around the house. I think we found quite a few things there that I think you would agree was very useful and handy. One of the last things, I'm just playing with my hand, wrapping this episode. I don't know if I'd call it a show, it's just more Brad babbling. But yeah, like this little project here, I'm converting a compressor, a little 12-volt compressor, over to a air motor, a motor that could actually run off air. So my air's coming in here now. I've printed a valve set in here. You can see we modified some exhaust valves. I got a spacer on there. There'll be a whole video to come as this project evolves, but that's the whole point, is 3D printers are awesome. You don't have to, because like things like this break, things do fail. 3D printing's not the strongest. The best way I describe it to people, it's a CNC machine with a hot glue gun and endless, this is a little sample pack roll of hot glue at the end. But yeah, this is 075, hot glue gun on the end, extrudes, and it just builds layer by layer. So 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, and there's, you know, probably 40, 50 layers right there. And you can see by the failure, it failed through the party line of this. But again, like I said, this is V1. But look, I could print some nice little gears up. I've made RC car parts in the past. There's so much stuff I've done with this. Don't have pictures. That's why we just did a quick wander around the house. But it's incredible. You could cast this. You can make negatives. You can make like molds that splits. That way you can cast this stuff in resins, in aluminum. There's so much things you could do with it. Some things like this. Let's just break this on camera for you. It takes a good amount of go, way past where it was gonna be useful and fail anyways. No, you don't want to put your life online. There's certain things that I would not use. Trust a lanyard, you know, stuff like this too. Like I trust my lanyard strap on the phone. But besides that, this stuff is pretty stiff when used right, and then other times it's, you know, it's not the strongest. It's only squirted out plastic. But I think I've proven to you guys how useful, how handy this stuff is. There's a repository, a library for things to share called Thingiverse. So when you get into 3D printing, and there's plenty of videos on how to get into it, what machines to get, and all that. Because I know you guys are wondering, I'm currently running the Ender 3 Pro. I think it's a lot of bang for the buck. You get a lot better detail in some machines, but for what I'm doing, the $300 approximate price range, this thing does wonderfully. So check out some of these other videos. I'm not going to go into how to 3D print and all that, because there's so many wonderful videos. CHEP Chep is a 3D printing dude. Look him up on YouTube. He's real handy and useful for getting into this stuff. But go into Thingiverse, grab some files off there, print it, learn, screw around, pick up basic design software like I think it's SimpleCAD or something like Tinkercad. There we go. That's a popular one everyone uses. I use Fusion 360. It's way more powerful, but it's also a lot more involved to figure out and learn and do. But yeah, I can't. 3D printers just so incredibly useful to me. I can't imagine life without one. Every time I'm on the road for an extended period of time, man, I wish I had a 3D printer, because yeah. And I think I'm really gonna start to look at, build or something myself, like a shoebox 3D printer that's just ultra robust, that could go overlanding and go on the road. So if you guys would like to see like an ammo can durable 3D printer that could just print small stuff, nothing big, but save your butt, like camper latch brakes, or a buddy on the or a customer actually, bushing broke on his boat, and it was going to be like $30 by the time it was shipped to get it overnighted for this one little stupid bushing, and it was going to ruin his weekend. I came home, printed one up for him real quick, and saved his weekend, and he was happy. I'm happy. He could order the official part later on. But yeah, get a 3D printer, learn how to use one. You will just be ecstatic. You won't know how you made it through life before without one, because yeah, 3D printers are just cool. Yeah, guys, have a good one. Venture Brad out.